Ettinger, a long colleague, client, and friend who is the CEO of a social PR agency called Pink Dreams Inc. And I'm excited to talk to her in my series about longevity and finding out from CEOs who have gone through hard times already, what are the secrets that they have found over their career that helps you get through a crisis like COVID-19. So welcome, Jennifer. I would love for you to tell us about how you started your business and what it has morphed into today.
Sure. Thank you for having me. You know, we go way back, Rebecca, so this is really lovely to see full circle. So congratulations on all of your success. And my story began 16 years ago. Can you believe it's been 16 years? So yeah, because you've been right there alongside. So 16 years ago, I created a company called Fit Your Style. It was the decision I made to, after a very long time of illness, health and wellness changed my life. I became a certified personal trainer and created a company called Fit Your Style. It started in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was a women's fitness and well-being company where I merged my undergrad in fashion styling, my master's degree in museum studies and goddess history, a culmination of all of that with fitness, image, and art history. And that has been a business that's been sustainable for the last 16 years. And I fell into a world of social PR, as I like to call it, nearly 8 years ago, in which I started to serve as a social media correspondent in Los Angeles on the red carpet, highlighting such outlets as Vanity Fair Social Club, Insider, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight. And that led to me creating and seeing the need of my own agency called Pink Dreams Inc. So it's been a beautiful pink journey.
Yes, it has. And it's been my pleasure to watch it all happen, working together and supporting you how I can. And I learned so much from my own business, watching you forge ahead of me. That, you know, you truly are and have been an inspiration for my own entrepreneurial journey. So I love that we get to talk about this today. So 16 years, that's a long time. And there's a lot of things that have happened in the world in that span of time. Can you tell us about maybe some challenges that have come up that were out of your control and what you learned from that you're bringing to today?
Yeah, so I would say that throughout this journey, there's been ebbs and flows, as I like to call them. And there were times where I'm going to continue that. But first, I should say that I want to say thank you to you, because you have been working alongside with Pink Dreams Inc., with Fit Your Style. You have your own beautiful agency that you've created. And so we've really been, it's been beautiful to see your journey and you blossom into your own entity, but also the power of collaborative. So I've also learned a lot from you. And that's what I love, is that women coming together with these skill sets, beautiful things can happen. And it's a perfect example of that. So I just wanted to say thank you before I answer your question. So
thank you.
Over this last 16 years, there's definitely been ebbs and flow. And I think the biggest lesson there have been times where, Rebecca, I had to look around my house and go, what do I have of value that I could sell because I need to pay people? And so it has never been always a bed of roses at all. It's been, there's been highs and lows. And during that time, I literally sold off, and this sounds ridiculous now, but I sold my coveted Chanel collection I had of accessories and handbags so that I could pay, most likely part of probably you too, like a collective group of independent contractors. Thankfully, I sold it to my best friend, who saved it until I was positioned to buy it back without any kind of interest. But I learned I had to do what I had to do at that point, and people were depending on me. And that I think the biggest lesson I've learned is that as an entrepreneur, and as we go through these stages, you know, I've gone from that to earning a six-figure income. So talk about extremes, right?
Right.
But but during the highs and the lows, I've learned there's a consistency band, shall we say, here. And that is that an entrepreneur needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal. And I think my biggest asset, so to speak, has been, I really believe in faith and that it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. And that I've got to get my ego out of the way during difficult times. And I have to figure out a new plan. And I think as entrepreneurs, when we are challenged, we have a challenge of seeing ourselves in a different way because of fear of how we feel society, or that front stage, as you know, I like to call it, the front stage, your social media, the world sees you. And then that is a dangerous place when we're putting so much faith there, when we should be putting the faith and the belief in our own, and confidence in our own selves, that whether I create a different program or I'm wearing a different hat doesn't lessen who I am as a woman and as a business person. And that I will find those people that will attract to the new programs or the new ways or the new me or the reinvented me. And that I think has been my secret sauce of believing that, you know, I know we hear this word pivot a lot right now. I think that, you know, that took over deep dive. Like it went from deep dive to now pivoting. So I really try to stay away from that. I like to call it, like, now I have used pivot, but I'm using it now, shifting and just getting out of your own way. That to me is the biggest tip I could possibly give an entrepreneur.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can relate with everything that you said. I've had those moments myself of not paying myself, literally not eating through the day, you know, to make ends meet and make it all work and take care of the people that work for me. And, you know, that up and down is so true. But being able to recognize the median between the two, and so that when the difficult times come again, you can reflect back on that.
Yes.
And know, and this is something that I've heard from everybody that I've interviewed, is that this is temporary. You're going to get through it, and that perseverance that you talked about is so important. I think that's what separates the entrepreneurs, you know, from the rest, is that they're dedicated to stick with it when it kind of looks maybe crazy to do so.
Yeah, you're right.
But you, like you said, just believe in yourself, believe in the dream.
I think you believe in yourself, you believe in your dream, absolutely. And then the next step, in my opinion, is you believe in your experts. So you go back to that circle, such as yourself, and say, okay, here's where we're at. This is where we are in the world. How are we going to find a middle ground so we can continue to keep the foot on the gas pedal and keep moving forward? And you are a perfect example that, you know, you guided, like, maybe we should get back to this newsletter now. Let's kind of reconnect in a different level with the audience. And as I was so pleased to share with you, again, thinking outside the box, looking for those small wins, creating programming from 2 digits to thousands to ensure that you're now reaching, you hope, you know, so many different opportunities for different demographics during this time. And with us sharing that, and with us sending out a newsletter, 10 minutes after it went out, I got a brand new client who is starting in June. And I got an invitation for a collaboration within 10 minutes of that going out. So you just put your faith in the experts. Do what you can within your abilities right now financially to be able to keep things moving.
Great. That's great. And speaking of the experts, you are one yourself. And if somebody is really ready to take their business to the next level and feel like they need that extra exposure on social media, being the greatest media that we have right now, how can they reach out to you?
Oh, yes, Rebecca, people can reach out to me on social media. On Instagram, it's @FitYourStyle, Twitter @FitYourStyle, Facebook is Jennifer Ettinger @FitYourStyle. You can also visit pinkdreams.com, and we have a contact us page where they can reach out and have a complimentary consultation.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you for having me. Stay safe and be well.